Hello, hello. I was gonna say hello, hello, but anyway, let's see what this is about besides the success. Look at that. 6 of Wands. Well, let's see what success about. Okay, I'm gonna first say I've had a couple glasses of wine. Let's see what the success is about. Okay, here we go. Oh, check. Your success over conflict. All right. If you're feeling like this is resonating, let's see what else we got here. Queen of Swords. All right. All right. You could be using your discernment, seeing things clearly. Okay. I had this like crazy shift today that was really kind of like that in an interesting way. So it was like this just kind of like switch, you know. So somebody could be, or you could be, coming into some type of clarity with yourself and your situation, life in general. Okay. And you could be feeling truly confident, okay, that you have the skills and the ability to navigate whatever difficulty you might be facing. Okay, so watch out. All right, and you could be getting to a position where you're really wanting to follow your heart openly. Look, these cards are popping out before I even get a chance. All right, you could be feeling, look at these cups. These cups. I was gonna say cards. I was going to say also, you could be completing a cycle and having a lot of abundance coming into your life right now, okay? That could be something based on numbers I was seeing before I did this reading. So, these cards came out. One more shuffle. But we have the Queen of Cups right there, okay? We have the Page of Wands, the Seven of Swords, and the Eight of Pentacles. So, you be feeling prepared, you know, for certain manipulative tactics that other people could be, you know, bringing at you or bringing into your life. And you could be feeling like you've gotten the success, the skill, and the mastery within yourself in order to really feel confident that you're creating the life that you're desiring of, okay? You could be, you know, navigating through whatever scenario with a greater sense of balance within yourself, knowing what it is that you're wanting to give of and receive of, okay? And we got the Nine of Cups. Okay. Nine of Cups and the Ace of Wands. So you could be feeling like you are really leading yourself into you know, personal wish come true, and you could be feeling like you're, you know, really moving forward inspired and passionately and purposefully in a way that you're expressing your emotions openly and feeling like you're really kind of engaging in something that is meaningful for you. We got the Page of Cups and the King of Wands, okay? So you could be feeling really confident with, you know, what type of emotional message you're wanting to express that is leading you towards, you know, what you've truly envisioned for your life, okay? Right. You could be feeling like you're following the signs and the guidance and really kind of, at this point, like taking the torch, I guess, in a way where you're, you know, kind of leading the way. And, you're moving out of a position of scarcity in certain ways, or some type of feeling that you're, you know, putting more effort in than what you're receiving. And you could be moving into, look at this, the Sun. You could be moving into a position where you're feeling you're having a truly positive and joyful outcome that you could be enthusiastic within. Okay, we have the Queen of Swords and the Page of Pentacles. You could be, you know, really recognizing what something is worth to you, okay? Like I said, seeing things clearly. And we got the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Swords. You could be feeling like you're moving into a situation, possibly impulsively, but at the same time, it's like you are, you know, following your heart. You've looked at things from different perspectives and can be feeling really confident with the action that you're taking, instead of feeling like you are, let me see, like still trying to navigate. Like, it's like you feel like you could be, you know, launching yourself forward with what your true desired emotional expression is, but also asserting yourself in a way where the knowledge is there to back you up with the actions that you're taking. Okay, and we have the Three of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords. You could be moving into, you know, a really celebratory position where you can be feeling like you're really grounding yourself, nurturing yourself, and, you know, wielding this new truth. Okay, moving into a really, you know, a new, straightforward type of new beginning. Ooh, I got the Emperor right there. You could be, you know, feeling like you're creating different aspects of your empire. Whoa. And let me see. I'll look at all these cards all from that's gonna keep going. Let me see. So yeah, you can be feeling like you're, you know, really kind of asserting yourself in a way that you know the environment that you're creating, and you're feeling much more content with what it is that you're establishing. Okay, let me see. Hello. Confirmation. Let me try that again. Okay. Okay. I got this. I got it now. I got it. So you could be feeling. Well, let me do this one too. I caught it. Yay. All right, here we go. That's what I was thinking. Okay. So, with the Four of Cups and the Tower, you could be, you know, no longer wanting to open yourself up to situations that you think are creating instability for you or something. Like, you could be really, excuse me, recognizing that there are certain offers you're not desiring to take, and you could be not wanting to alter or let me see, there's a word. Let me see, yeah, you could be, you know, not wanting to open yourself up to situations that are going to destabilize your foundation. Okay. And let's see, we got the Magician, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Ten of Swords. Okay. You're really co-creating with the universe in a way that's moving you into a new chapter where you know that you're, you know, closing out cycles of pain and negativity, and it feels like you could be like really holding, you know, a light within you, within your grasp, within your ability to, you know, recognize that you are that much more connected to a, you know, a new horizon or a new dawn coming into your life. Okay. Aurora has been in my head for being shown to me different, you know, signs and synchronicities along the way for the past couple weeks. So that could be something that you've also been seeing, but like, you know, it means obviously the Aurora Borealis, where there's the light and da-da-da, but it's also a new dawn, right? Okay. So you could be, you know, kind of moving in a way where you know that you're creating, along with the universe, a new path that you could be really feeling confident within. Okay, we have the Eight of Wands and the Two of Pentacles. So you could be taking action in a way that, you know that the way you are communicating is leading you towards a desired, you know, destination, and you could be feeling that you're creating the balance within yourself, knowing what you're meant to be reaching for, receiving of, and also releasing. Okay, look at look at it. It's a slow connection right there too. So this could have been something that had taken its time, but you could be really seeing the shifts and you know, how things are, you know, kind of like propelling forward. All right, confirmation. We got the Ace of Pentacles, the Hangman, okay, Page of Swords. You could be really receiving what you feel is a true gift in your life, and, you know, moving into a more abundant new beginning. You could be really surrendering into this as you look at things from a new perspective and educate yourself, or have been educated in a way that you can look into the future in this way, where you are really able to envision or imagine the possibilities. Okay, we got the Ten of Wands right here and the Knight of Wands. You could be feeling that you are, ready to really dedicate yourself, feeling purposeful and inspired towards what you feel is truly important for you to fight towards and protect and, let me see, put your attention to. Okay, you could have gone inward and really taken the time to see what was truly meaningful for you and what it is that your focus should be on. And at this point, you could be feeling really confident, looking at things in a much more carefree way, feeling that there's been a lot of growth and maturity that has gone on in a way that has like led you through a major transformation. And you can be making, truly intentional plans to move forward in a way that is, not only for yourself, but those around you, and, moving to a more calmer, restful position where you're no longer having to be focused on the difficulty that had been surrounding you previously. Okay. Yeah, there could have been a lot of anxiety. Ouch. There could have been a lot of anxiety based on situations that you had been undesiring of in certain ways that led you towards, heartbreak and pain or painful outcomes. Okay. But at this point, you could be really feeling a greater sense of ease and calm with where it is that you're moving yourself forward into. Okay. You could be like moving in a way that is, you're putting yourself into a position where you can be vulnerable, open, and, open with your love and, your true feelings, feeling that you're connecting to others in a way that is kind of like completing, a larger picture. It's like you're, these individual pieces that you're forming together within certain relationship dynamics are, let me see, like, creating something that others are able to see within the connections that you are creating. Okay. You could be seeing that there were certain unhealthy or toxic dynamics that were creating stress within you, that were trying to, get in the way of what your desired outcome is. But at this point, you could be really kind of recognizing that those situations weren't coming from you. And at this point, you're able to alter, those thought process and, influences. They weren't coming from you, but you can now kind of shift the awareness in a way that is recognizing that the negativity or the anxiety could have been really trying to keep you from getting to a place of calm. Okay, getting to a place where you're allowing of the situation or integrating this in your life easily, and like allowing for it to rejuvenate you in certain ways. Okay, so it's like there were certain things that were really trying to keep you away from the desired outcome. But at this point, we have the 10 of Cups in the world and the Ace of Cups, the Judgment. Okay, oh, look at that. Yep. So yeah, you could be really recognizing at this point you're moving into a brand new beginning that's truly emotionally fulfilling. You could have a greater sense of peace within you. And you could be, like I was saying, recognizing the signs that you're seeing that are bringing you to this greater sense of fulfillment. And you could be, really kind of recognizing that you're aligning in a way that has created major awarenesses and reckonings in your life. And excuse me, let's see, you may have been blinded previously to the potential that you had coming in for you, but at this point, as you shift and alter your focus, you'd be recognizing that you're moving into a situation that is, the divine and desired structure that you had been desiring of, where you can bring your plans together with others and have a greater sense of security. We got the Twin Flame card too right there. But it's like you could be feeling like you are really moving into a position where your home, family, relationships, community are, coming together in a way where there is this like coming in a more unified way, also intertwining. Okay, and we got the Queen of Cups, right? So you could be feeling truly nurtured and you know, at ease with how you've been navigating. Okay, we got the Six of Cups right there. So you could be, you know, looking at things in a much more healed perspective, open to you know, different soul connections, and expressing yourself more innocently and joyfully. We got the King of Cups right there. You could be really getting to a position where you're open with your emotions and not concerned with how it is that you are expressing yourself. And the Nine of Wands. You could have been really battling through a lot of different conflict, but you know that the inspiration that you have within you is greater than the false truths or the negativity that had been kind of projected towards you or propelled towards you. And you could be, you know, really creating the momentum that you are desiring of in order to move or needing to feel secure within in order to move towards what it is that you're desiring of. All right, so at this point you could be really getting to a position where you're anticipating all that could be coming in for you, knowing that you're needing to separate yourself from situations that aren't fulfilling in order to achieve the position that you feel is like a true wish come true. Okay, so it's like at this point you're no longer holding on to stuff that you know is not bringing you the success that you're desiring of or know that you have within grasp. All right, and you could be, you know, really feeling confident with the moves that you're making at this time. Okay. Seven of Wands. So you're staying true to yourself, you know, blocking off the opposition, and have learned in different ways based on what you're curious about or focusing on and educating yourself within. You've learned what you needed to go through certain transformations. Okay. Today was really interesting. I was let me see, and yeah, you be learning what you needed to in order to really move forward into a new you know, like calmer waters, and a position that you could be, you know, unknowing of what the true outcome is, but you could be feeling like it's like you're moving forward onto a new adventure and open to the possibilities. What was I saying? Oh yeah. There was like, I was like gonna call my brother, it was his birthday. So I made this birthday dinner and did all this stuff. We had people over and he was lagging, and I was gonna call him, and then I got on my phone and this like thing showed up all randomly. Like I didn't press any buttons besides like for the messages or whatever, and this other thing showed up on my phone, and it was like this prayer, and I was like, oh, that was random, you know. And then I like was trying to read what it said. It took me a minute, and because I kept getting distracted. But then like when I read it, I was like, wow, you know. So it was really meaningful. And then I read the rest of the verse, and it was just like just really intense, right? You know. So the verse was John chapter 7 verse 4. Okay. And it was like I think it was like an ad for the, I don't know if there's going to be a new season of Chosen or not, but like the show. But it showed up, and it was, I was like, what? You know, and then I read the rest of it later, and it was really meaningful for, you know, what I'm going through and experiencing and stuff. And I'm like, wow. But wow. But you know, if you're seeing this, you should check it out. But it was really interesting because it was just like saying, like, you know, I've done what you wanted me to come here to do type of thing. It's like, I'm really kind of butchering the verse probably, but like, it was like overall that state, you know, sentiment. And it was like, I was kind of like curious, because I'm, you know, I had a couple of glasses of wine, and I'm like, I don't know if I should be drinking right now, blah, blah, blah. But then I got that, you know, statement and like calm me down, where I'm like, okay, I'm good. But it was really just like super meaningful in a lot of ways, where it's, you know, a statement, you know, in the Bible that, you know, is Jesus was talking to God right before he was, you know, crucified, apparently, is what I believe this is from. And I'm not saying that that's, you know, going to be the case, but it was just really meaningful because it was like showing that there could have been some type of achievement, you know, like whatever it is that you got going on, that you could be feeling, you know, secure within the work that you've done, and no longer feeling there's a need to, you know, like feel that you are not achieving, you know, what you feel that you're drawn to or meant to be doing, you know. So whatever it might be, you could get to a greater sense of confidence within yourself, knowing that you're on the right path and are doing what you're, you know, guided to do and purposeful within. Okay. Oh, look at that. Well, this is the way I see it over here on this side. So kind of, if I could twist my hand the right way. So the Six of Wands, or Six of Swords to the Four of Wands, you can really feel confident that you're moving forward towards, you know, the structured lifestyle that you're desiring of. And we got that twin flame thing going on. You've been dealing with a lot of deceptive situations and scenarios. At this point, you could be feeling really, you know, at ease with, you know, how you're navigating yourself and where it is that you're ending up. Okay. What else do we need to know? Hey-oh. Okay, let's see. All right. Well. So there could be certain anxiety, you know, like I was saying before, that you've been facing, and it could have been, you know, overwhelming in a lot of different ways. But at this point, when you choose to open yourself up and be, you know, much more vulnerable with the signs and the synchronicities and the awarenesses that you're forming, you could be recognizing, and we got the Lovers card right here, so you could be, you know, making more loving choices, not only for yourself, but for, you know, your relationship with others. And you could be feeling that you're leading yourself, excuse me, towards your long-term goals, the legacy that you're trying to create and leave behind. And you could be feeling that you're, excuse me, opening yourself up in a way that you feel is nurturing, you know, and openly expressive, you know, in a loving way. That you're, you know, you're following your intuition and you're moving forward towards, you know, the life that you're trying to create, not only for, you know, within yourself, but your physical world. And you be really feeling confident with the work that you've done and the efforts that you've put into a situation at this time. We have the Nine of Pentacles right here. You're really feeling confident within yourself, and, you know, the mastery, the work that you're bringing in, and just like what it is that you're creating. Okay. We have the Sun, the Five of Cups, and the Five of Pentacles. So you could be feeling that you have a, you know, truly positive outcome coming in after having, you know, a lot of different areas of loss or scarcity that you've been having to navigate through. Okay. You'd be feeling like you're, you know, ready to focus on what you're desiring to bring in, instead of all that had been, you know, possibly taken from you previously. Okay. So yeah, you're able to, at this point, confidently, you know, follow your heart. All right. Let me see if this is supposed to be in reverse. Yes, it is. let me get the book out really quick. So Seven of Pentacles. Pentacle. Oh, there. Nope. I almost had it. There we go. One more. Two more. There we go. Of course, it doesn't show the reverse. Oh, it does. Okay, good. So, yeah, you could be, you know, reevaluating certain situations while you're opening yourself up and following your heart more intentionally, okay? And you could be ready to, you know, really express what you feel is, you know, like it could be something that, you know, you've kept from others, that maybe other people won't be, you know, taking the, having a greater understanding or awareness of importance as this is for you, but you could be feeling like you're really expressing yourself in a meaningful way for yourself that's leading you towards a new beginning, and you know, really kind of creating a this one I always call like the movie poster image or whatever, when it's just the title card or whatever. So it's like you're, you know, creating the image of what other people are aware of in order to see, you know, what your life is about in a certain way, you know what I mean? Like they can get a greater image of, you know, what your story is consisting of, okay? And you're moving forward in new, towards a new beginning, a new, you know, protected and guided position. And you could be really feeling like you've been able to safeguard and prepare yourself in a way that is leading you towards what you feel is the structured dynamic within your home and your relationships that you had been, you know, always desiring of in the first place. So you could be feeling like you're like much more, the heck? That was weird. Much more like celebratory within you know, what you had been slowly and painstakingly creating for yourself. This card over here, like I was like wondering if I picked up the wrong deck for a second, because this one flew over and it moved the other deck. So this card got like sliced through or whatever really quick. So let's see. All right. So there's like a major transition, and you could be feeling like you are, you know, kind of slowly surrendering into. That is weird. I picked up the wrong deck. That's so weird. I didn't notice. That's funny. Oh no. That's really weird. How did I do that? Oh yeah, because I grabbed the book. Anyway, I did pick up the wrong deck. These cards are meant to come out right now, apparently. So you could have this like transition where you're allowing yourself to whoops, to surrender into a situation that is really kind of initiating towards this greater sense of stability within your life. Okay, that's so funny. We have the Wheel of Fortune and the Emperor. The Ten of Cups, the Hierophant, and the Three of Wands. So yeah, you could be knowing that you're, you know, surrendering into a new chapter where you can really feel confident with what it is that you're willing into your life. You could be feeling like there's a greater sense of emotional fulfillment as you're aligning with your higher self, and you could be really anticipating what it is that you feel is meant to come into your life. That is so funny that I did that on accident. I'll put these back, but that message was meant to come out for you. I'm like, wait a second. Yeah, it's a completely different deck. Anyway, so you're creating your own stability. Okay. And then I go to bed. So I'm actually thinking about if I should get another bottle of wine. Anyway, so let me see. So you're bringing true justice in your life, okay? You could have been restricting yourself from certain situations based on truths that were put upon you, whether or not they were really truthful or not. It could have been certain thought processes that were trying to keep you in line in a certain way. But at this point, you could be, you know, really using your discernment when it comes to what you're meant to be receiving of. And you could be illuminated to your own strengths, okay? Ready to have a much more cooperative and reciprocal dynamic energetically within your life. You could be feeling like the efforts that you're putting into a situation are also what you're receiving back. And look at that. You could be really, look at that. I'm telling you to look. I'll show you. We got the Magician, the Eight of Wands, the, you know, whatever that's called. Shit, Wheel of Fortune, and the Ten of Cups. So, yeah, you're creating the life that you're really desiring of and moving into a much more emotionally new, a fulfilling and new chapter. You're taking the action in a way that you can feel is balanced and aligned. And you could be feeling that you're, integrating the, new truths in your life that are giving you a greater sense of preparation and, helping for you to feel more confident with what it is that you're pouring into in order to create the environment that you're desiring of. Okay. What else do we need from this deck? That's so funny. I had a feeling it was weird. I'm like, am I supposed to be doing it? These cards all want to come out? Stop. Okay, we'll just pull these and then we'll do the other one. Okay, let's see. So yeah, you're closing out cycles of pain, negativity, and illusionary dynamics. And you could be feeling that you've really navigated in a way that has brought you back to life and giving you a greater sense of resolve towards what it is that you're wanting to commit yourself towards. All right, you could be feeling like you've gone through a major rebirth in different ways, and you could be having a desire to present some type of offer towards what you are, feeling inspired towards, or, recognizing the desire within. And look at that. We got the king and the king of swords and the ace of swords right there. And this sword is, this is a representative of that sword, right? So it's like you could be really feeling that you are, moving in an aligned way and willing to intentionally take the action that is necessary in order to gain the position that you're desiring of. So like with this sword going and picking up this, crown, it's like this is the crown that he wears, so it's like he's got to do whatever is necessary to, take action in order to receive this for himself, so it's like you could be having this greater strength and awareness within your ability to achieve what it is you're desiring of. Okay, you could be really knowing what you're meant to release yourself from and feeling like you're moving into a more stabilized foundation. Okay, and you could be moving forward quickly into a new beginning that you could be feeling much more carefree within, but also feel that you can dedicate yourself towards. Okay, so it's like there's this leap of faith that you could have been taking, or knowing that you were needing to take action within, but you could be feeling that you're moving forward in a way that is stable, and that you're receiving the material that you're needing to in order to build and create what you'd envisioned. Okay, look at that. Yeah, ouch. With all these wands right here, 9 wands, and then the 10 of wands right there. So it's like you could be at this point feeling that you've gathered the material, whatever it is, in whatever way, to build the structure that you're desiring of. It could have been that you've been battling and navigating through difficulty for a long time and really kind of doing what you needed to gather the material, right? But you could be feeling that you've been able to follow your intuitive awareness, navigate through different situations that were, undesired and unhealthy or toxic, and you could be feeling like you've really been able to move in a way where you can anticipate the outcome, the major changes that could be coming in from, really aligning with your higher self in the way that you have been. Okay. And we got the, what's happening here? I don't know. Did I reshuffle these? Anyway, I don't know, but I saw these cards already. Anyway. Let's see. So I'm just gonna keep going. But yeah, you'd be feeling like like you're really inspired and towards this new beginning, moving into calmer waters where you can don't look at me. Judging me. You'd be moving forward in a more calm state of mind, allowing yourself to surrender into what it is that you've been educating yourself about. Okay. You've created the balance within the conflict and the difficulty, and you could be feeling that you know what it is that you're wanting to fight towards, that's creating the stability, not only for yourself but for others. You could be feeling much more mature and grounded in a way that you are like prepared to receive what's coming in for you. Okay. Excuse me. And you're, just having a more joyful and celebratory outlook when it comes to what you are wanting to fight towards. Okay. There's been an alignment that has occurred that is like, even though you could have been having a lot of heartbreak and pain in previous times, you could be feeling like you're much more open with how it is that you're wanting to express yourself, no longer focused on the difficulty, but focused on what it is that you could be creating. Okay. And just having like what your desired emotion is be recognized as more important or purposeful than the difficulty that you've been navigating previously. Okay. I'm not saying like purposeful and important, but like I did, but like instead of just being like these bad things happened and submitting yourself to the fear or the pain that had occurred and just saying that this is how it's always going to be, you're, more focused on, yeah, I went through those things, but now I can utilize, the fact that I survived these situations as a greater sense of strength and, help to propel you forward into more situations that you're desiring to open yourself up to. Okay, so we got the Ace of Pentacles, Three of Swords, yeah. So yeah, you can be ready, okay, to receive what you feel would be, true, fulfilling and abundant, instead of just like kind of sitting in the anguish of the negativity and the pain from, that you navigated through, okay? And even with like all the roots in the situation, like you're not necessarily having to give up on what had been formed in your life because of those difficulties, but you could be utilizing the experiences in a way that is bringing you a more solid and fruitful outcome or, foundation, right? All right, yeah, you could be feeling content with the work that you've done and knowing, where you're wanting to dedicate yourself to. Let me just pull a couple more out of here. 37, 57. There's a lot of synchronistic angel numbers that I saw today, and could be because today is 2626, but like there was like just like all day different things that were making me look it up and see what was up, what the reason was and stuff. And it was just a lot about like working on solid foundation within your familial dynamics and feeling confident within what you're doing within your career or the work that you're putting into different situations. And so that could be something that's relevant. But let's see. Yeah, there you go. You could be having looking at what it is that you've brought into a situation with a greater sense of wisdom. Okay, and you could be feeling that you've mastered yourself in different ways to feel confident with there's no dog here, with the work that you're putting forth with others. Okay, you could be feeling confident within your work that you're putting into a situation that's creating something larger. And you could be moving away from unhealthy and toxic dynamics and kind of liberating yourself. You could be knowing how you're wanting to dedicate yourself to look at both of these are wishes coming true. Okay, so this is like a major wish come true. This is a personal wish come true, where you're expressing yourself and it's like, yay me or whatever. And then this one's like major, like everyone else can see what's going on too, so Yeah, you could be engaging in a situation where you're openly expressive, liberating yourself, and feeling that you're achieving true desired goals. You could be anticipating what is to come and feeling much more inspired as you close out cycles of pain and negativity. Look at the sun. You could be looking forward towards, a truly positive outcome and moving forward quickly, okay, towards this. You feeling like you recognize the work that you've done in a way, and you could be ready for the true alignment. And this, liberation is going on right now a lot. So it's kind of like you're freeing certain aspects of your soul that you could be, they could have been kept within you. You could have kept it locked up and secret and hidden. And at this point, you are, more openly expressive. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So you look at like both these cards right here. They're like dancing, and this person's, throwing a baton. And then they're kind of taking, a more kind of relaxed position where they're at ease with what it is that they have within them, and the solid foundation that they're creating, what it is that they're meant to be receiving. And there's this like the action that's being taken, they know is bringing in what they are meant to be having, so there's greater sense of preparedness for this celebratory outcome within the foundation you're creating, and what it is that you're wanting to devote yourself to. And what's it called? Erg. I put the card away. What was it? Receive of, okay. All right. So yeah, as you surrender into the situation, you could be feeling like your true desired emotional expression is really bringing you into a new chapter. And it could be feeling like something that you may not have really allowed yourself to believe you could achieve, so it's like, even though there is the belief that's necessary for, the achievement to occur, really, there's this kind of like, there could have been a disconnect where you're like, no, couldn't be, or whatever, the case might be. Like, it's like, it could have been something that still surprises you, even though you had it, you knew you had it within you, or something, you know what I mean? Like, to achieve this, you could have been, stopping yourself from truly being excited about the true possibilities, I guess, right? So at this point, you could be seeing, that this has been a long time coming in a lot of different ways. You've been able to put your efforts into a situation, grown through, healed, and you could be, recognizing that you can really look at the situation in a joyful way, openly expressing your love. Look at that. Oh my gosh. We got the Six of Cups, the Lovers. There could be a soulmate dynamic coming in here too. But you could be feeling like you're really leading yourself in a way that's moving towards your long-term goals, where you can be openly expressive with, your loving desires, and feeling much more at ease, instead of feeling like there's this lack of connectivity. You could be recognizing that the efforts that you're making are appreciated by others, and there is a true closeness, right, that you are entering yourself into. Excuse me. Confirmation. Okay. And I don't even know if I went through this earlier, if it was just me remembering from the other time, but I could have mixed it all up.
Hello, Mom.
Who knows? Hello. Gorgeous. Ooh. Look at these. So there's like, you're moving forward towards a major shift and change in your life, but within you that you have the truth and the clarity that this new beginning is bringing you success. Okay, you could have been really confident within your intuitive awareness, and stabilizing yourself in a way that you're confident, courageous, and really following your passion in a way that you'd envisioned previously, like I was saying. Like it could have been something that you're holding yourself back from, but at this point you're ready to face this head on, okay? Oh. Look at that. Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups. That's like a divine masculine, divine feminine. You could be really aligning yourself, you know, head and your heart. And, you know, knowing that you, like I was saying, what you'd envisioned, you can open yourself up to. And be, you know, feeling that this is, you know, you're allowing for your heart to open up to the inspired position that you'd been desiring of, okay? You could be feeling that you have gained the strength that you need to. And the Fool right there. You're ready to really kind of trust fall into this situation, okay? You're using your discernment and knowing, you know, what it is that you're wanting to pour into and what you're receiving of, what you can really devote yourself to. There could have been a lot of situations within your emotional awareness previously that had brought a lot of loss, and it could have been based on manipulative or deceptive qualities. But wow. You'd be recognizing that at this point you're walking away from illusionary dynamics and into a situation that you can no longer deny, okay? You could be feeling like you've, you know, been able to walk away from those situations that were bringing you into a lower form of expression and really kind of immerse yourself into something that you feel is emotionally fulfilling. Okay, so you've created the balance that you need to, you've gotten the cooperation, and you could be feeling like you're aligning with your higher self. Cute, and making your path straight. All right, one more card right here. We got Justice. Sorry about my voices, they just happen. But yeah, you could be, you know, really kind of have received the education that you needed to in order to form the balance in your life and have the clarity and the truth that you're needing to in order to recognize that this is justice in your life, what you have coming in for you, what you've been working towards, the way that you've navigated your way out of difficulty, okay? This one's getting my attention. What do you want? What do you want? Just this last one over here on the right. Let's see what this is. Okay. Yeah, you've created the balance, all right? And you can stay true to this. Oh, and the Hierophant. Yeah, you really know that you're moving in an aligned way. That is something that you could be informing others within, but also that you could be feeling truly aligned with God and, you know, confident with whatever the action is that you're taking at any given time. Okay, this card's popping out. We got Exploration, okay, and Innocence. You feeling that guidance, okay. You can be really feeling that you can be carefree in a situation as you move forward into, you know, new adventures. You're receiving, you know, the steps based on the guidance that you're receiving, but you could be feeling like you're able to look at a situation and just have a greater sense of appreciation instead of having to worry or think about what a negative outcome would be within it. Like it's like something you could be like almost feeling naive within in certain ways, but knowing that you're taken care of and entering a situation that is desirable for you. Okay, I could read all these all night, so I think I'm gonna go. Let me see, 49.20. Let's see, just this one really quick. Let's see what's in the middle over here. Yikes. Yeah, you could be safe and secure when it comes to whatever financial blockages could have been, you could have been being faced with, okay? And we have game over, okay? So there's a completion and an ending that's occurring. You're no longer having to deal with disingenuous people who are manipulating or having mind games that were taking away from the truth that you knew within you, okay? You'd be seeing when people are being false, and you'd be working in a way that you know you're receiving a reward or a gift, okay? And you could be feeling, you know, that you can be confidently moving forward towards what is attracting, alluring, or enticing you, okay? Cool. That's cute. Anyway. I think I'm gonna go get some more wine. Anyway, well, actually, I gotta make some phone calls and see if I gotta get wine. All right, have a good one. You know, I think this was good. I gotta go though, but have a good time doing whatever it is, and let me know. You know what I mean? All right, have a good one. Bye bye.